I'm not doing that. This is not a good. This is my confession. Yeah, this episode sucks.
Drink some water.
December 2nd, I will be at Joker's Comedy Club in Thornhill, Ontario. December 8th, Comedy Villain. That's my show, all right? Me, okay? That's just me doing a headline set. I got the absolutely amazing, my brother, this Indian right here in the corner of this poster, if you're watching, Jesse Singh. He will be doing a nice 20-minute guest spot. That will be December 8th at the Staircase Theater in Toronto. December 15th, I'm at a storefront gallery and arts in Etobicoke. That's near Toronto. December 16th, Toronto Comedy All-Stars at Comedy Bar West in Toronto. December 30th, Joker's Comedy Club. What? Back at Thornhill, my guy. And girl. Or they, them. Zimzer. Yo! All right, all the views down this week. Last week up, this week down. And December 31st, New Year's Eve. Brrr, yo, Dante, right now, do it. Brrr, boop, 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 boop. Nubian show, New Year's Eve, downtown Toronto, Yuck Yucks. Yeah, shmrat, brat, grat, grat, brat. Yeah, niggas think I have ADD for sure, bro. Like, that's the craziest intro. What even was that? This nigga does crack, coke, crack. I obviously, no, I don't do any of those things. I'm just a black guy that grew up in Canada. This is this is us. You know what I'm saying? I got Vans, you know? I got Jordans in the closet, but you'll never see them on the podcast, most likely. But look at me, I'm a sports guy. I got Go Raptors. I got a fucking basketball hat. I'm a nigga. I don't know what this podcast is. I'm looking into the camera. I'm talking to nobody right now because we haven't summoned Dante into the studio. But I'm looking into the camera. I'm like, nigga, I couldn't look more Canadian if I tried right now. I got maybe if this was a flannel shirt, but it's not a flannel shirt. I was going through the old. By the way, hello everybody. You know what I'm saying? How are y'all doing? There's no way that I smoked a hash joint right before this episode. Not a chance in life. But I did. I'm on hash, and this is what Black Canadians do. We smoke hash. What do you think I was gonna smoke grabba? Nigga, I'm not Jamaican. I'm African. Hash. All right. This is by far the craziest intro to Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 42. Thanks for being here. I said 42, and then I held up the number 4. This episode sucks. This episode is garbage. But you're here, you know, so we're all garbage men. I think technically at this point, do your part and pick up the waste. Throw it out. By that, I mean just continue listening because it will get better. I promise you the hash will wear off, and then maybe I'll fall asleep for 30 seconds. No, Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 42. Electric Boogaloo, baby. First of all, I want to say salutes. Welcome back to all the beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming back this week. But we have a whole bunch of new beautiful people that have joined the channel recently. So I want to say thank you to you guys. You know, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button. You obviously know all that shit works. What we don't do on this channel, though, is beg. What we do have on this channel is talent and patience. So, but I mean, you can hit the subscribe and like and shit if you like the stuff. You know, that sounded a little beggy, but I feel like a game show host now because I just keep saying this. I'm turning into a YouTube guy, and I'm kind of sick of it. I am a comedian. To the new people, you know, like I am actually a comedian. I know the YouTube channel, the Zeus Tube. It doesn't. That was fucking lame. Whatever, bro. It's the internet. I was gonna say interwebs, and I would have probably just vomited. It's the interwebs. Yo, all right. You know what? Dante's in the house, bro. I had to break the tension because I see you just dying in the corner.
Spiraling.
Yo, I see you dying in the corner. Yo, I literally tried to do 80 things at once. But you know the crazy part is that the hash really compartmentalized everything. So I was just getting through it all. But wow.
Sure you were.
That was a crash landing, bro. That was a crash landing. I almost want to restart. Dante, how you living?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man.
Yo, crash landing. The first week after, you know, this is maybe my ego getting big or something. But the last episode did some good numbers, and I appreciate all that. We appreciate that at the channel here. You know what I'm saying? It is Zeus Tube up in this bitch. I'm gonna keep saying it until it doesn't sound corny, and that will never happen. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep saying it, I guess. Zeus Tube. This might be the worst episode. I'm just saying it out loud. I like being honest here, you know? I'm waiting for you to help me. It's not gonna happen. We don't edit either, so you're just gonna get this, and you know, we'll get through this awkward phase together. This is what it's like when I bomb on stage. Doesn't happen too often anymore, thank God. But probably because I do it here every week. I get it. I get it out the way. What I will do right now is promote some comedy shows. How about that? If you're in the Southern Toronto, fuck, man. This is the worst episode. I don't even feel that high, but clearly I am. I'm going to promote some comedy shows. If you're in the Southern Ontario, Canada region, this is for you. And if you're not, and you want, like, and you've seen my comedy clips and you want to see me perform, leave a comment. If you want to see some actual comedy clips, leave a comment, and maybe I'll be more incentivized to post more of that shit. I think that's a trade-off. You know what I mean? That's a trade-off. That's not begging. All right? You do something, I do something. It's almost like you leave money somewhere, you know what I mean? And then I tell you where the money is, you know, and like, yo, the money's at this spot. And then we do an exchange. You pick up the money, and I get to subscribe. Damn, that sounds like begging. That sounds an awful lot like begging, yo. That's crazy. I'm telling people we don't beg, and I'm like, yo, man, I'll leave you money. I'm broke, nigga, so, you know. Anyways, comedy shows, you know, I got those. December 2nd, I will be at Joker's Comedy Club in Thornhill, Ontario. December 8th, Comedy Villain. That's my show, all right? Me, okay? That's just me doing a headline set. I got the absolutely amazing, my brother, this Indian right here in the corner of this poster, if you're watching, Jesse Singh. He will be doing a nice 20-minute guest spot. That will be December 8th at the Staircase Theater in Toronto. December 15th, I'm at a storefront gallery and arts in Etobicoke. That's near Toronto. December 16th, Toronto Comedy All-Stars at Comedy Bar West in Toronto. December 30th, Joker's Comedy Club. What? Back at Thornhill, my guy. And girl. Or they, them. Zimzer. Yo! All right, all the views down this week. Last week up, this week down. And December 31st, New Year's Eve. Brrr, yo, Dante, right now, do it. Brrr, boop, boop, boop. Nubian show, New Year's Eve, downtown Toronto, Yuck Yucks. You already know this is my favorite show. This is the best show in the entire country. This is the blackest show in the entire country. White people, y'all welcome to the picnic too. But yeah, Kenny Robinson's Nubian Disciples of Richard Pryor, the last Sunday of every month. I was only on 2 Nubian shows this year, and this will be the third. And what a good one, because this is Kenny's like one of Kenny's most fucking prize shows. And he puts his absolute favorites on. I will be doing a longer set, so if you wanna, I don't know if they're doing the ball drop or any of that shit. I would imagine they would, because the comedy show goes until like 10, 11. If it's already doing that, you might as well just start the show later, I would think. And then maybe do a New Year's thing. But I don't know. New Year's Eve at the Nubian Show. All those are promoted on my Instagram social media feed. At the bottom of the screen, it scrolls. But I am a.k.a. Black Zeus if you're listening. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, those are all the comedy shows. Before we get into the comedy recap, let's just get into the episode calmly. How about that? Dante, you live in our head. What you been up to, bro?
What have I been up to?
let me drink some water. Oh my god.
What have I been up to? Just working on a whole bunch of new projects. You know, as I was saying, I was actually in Thornhill the other day.
You were saying off camera, just in case.
Yeah. Sorry, off before we started. But I was in Thornhill, right across from Joker's. Like, funny enough, like literally across the street.
Yeah,
I was shooting something at the city hall, and having done like going to different city halls and like going into their actual like meeting. I don't know what it's called, but when all like the district people, they all sit at the table and the mayor's there. It's so interesting seeing like how each different town like operates. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like this one, it was so random.
I think it was filming some like official city stuff.
Yeah, but for cannabis. So
that like only in Canada. What a great statement, but also at the same time, now that we're years into legalized cannabis, what a nightmare statement. You don't want the government anywhere near fucking cannabis, bro. If you know,
I get it. Like, I understand.
Like, you want them to decriminalize it, not to legalize it. How about that? Well, you want them to legalize it too, obviously.
Legalize is decriminalize?
Decriminalize is the thing you want, because then it's just open air market, bro.
Yeah, but it needs to be legal for it to be decriminalized.
Well, yeah, that's why I took back what I said about that, nigga.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's a rigmarole. Because it's legal, but it's not decriminalized. Like, if anything, people will go to jail harder now for continuing to sell drugs, even though the government said we'll take this over, and they're doing a terrible job at it. Like,
yeah,
terrible job.
Can't
terrible.
Confirm. Terrible, straight up terrible.
It's getting colder outside, obviously.
I don't know. It was like 4 degrees outside today.
I fucking hate you, nigga. What are you talking about? I don't know. It was only 4 degrees.
Yeah, but
4 degrees.
Yeah,
bro, it was like double digits just a week ago.
That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be under zero. Like, it's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be snow on the ground.
Yes. I didn't say it's winter cold. I just said it's getting colder.
Yeah, but it's
bro, the other night was -2.
That's nighttime, though. In the daytime, it was like...
you're not getting me with that.
It's getting colder, but it's still warm.
No, I'm taking you to small claims court on that shit, nigga. Ain't no way. I'll see you on Judge Judy. Fucking, that's... Oh, that was nighttime. Yeah, but also, I don't know if you could tell, like, well, not here, but like the heating in my place, in my room, it's fucking broken right now.
Yeah?
Like, it works, but it doesn't works. It were, you know, like it doesn't complete the word.
It doesn't do its job.
It's WOR right now.
Got it.
It's not WORKING.
It's not okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling the -2. You know, even though I got really nice blankets and. I'm African,
like,
nigga. I'm African.
No, but don't you feel like when it's a little bit cold in your room, it's like you sleep better?
What are you, Goggins, nigga? What are you fucking... I don't want to be doing deep breathing when I'm trying to...
I don't know.
Now I'm going to bed. It is Goggins, right? That's the breathing guy? That's the cold guy?
Wim Hof.
Damn it. Damn it.
You're pretty close.
Who's Goggins?
Goggins is the guy that says, stay hard.
Who the fuck is that?
He's the guy that like...
Who the fuck is that echoed, bro?
he's the black guy. He runs and he's...
It's a black guy?
Yeah, David Goggins.
David Goggins is a black guy?
Yeah,
I have no idea who I just said. I have no idea who I just said. Because I thought I said Wim Hof. That's who I thought. That's who I thought I was talking about. Yo, that's so crazy. You can really say shit with so much confidence and not know a goddamn thing.
Right?
Like we do on this podcast all the time. Just look at some of the comments. But it is getting colder outside, so more activities inside. And I'm bitchless right now. So what does every nigga do that doesn't have a girl in the wintertime besides jerk off a lot? I'm not doing that. This is my confession. Yeah, this episode sucks.
Drink some water.
Yo, I was gonna say I was playing video games, bro. Holy shit. I don't even know how I got there. Yeah, but I've been on some fucking weird retro video game kick.
Okay.
But you play much video games anymore?
Yeah, like when I have the time, which is good because before I would make time to play video games.
Yeah.
But now I can only play video games when I have time. And that's the way I want it to be.
Yeah, that's actually that's been my number one. I think the combination of zero time, because obviously trying to be successful in life. Well, I don't even want to phrase it that way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And work and all that shit. But then it's just like, I don't know. Video games aren't as exciting to me anymore. I don't feel like they're as creative as they used to be.
Okay.
At least the new ones, you know?
Yep.
Everything is fucking, they're just trying to maximize the money that they make. It's like Call of Duty 8,000.
Modern Warfare 3 too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and I also, like, past a certain age, I just started to feel dumb about the time I spent playing video games. You know what I mean? Because I'm like,
100%.
First of all, I've already spent literally hundreds, thousands of hours playing video games in my lifetime as a kid. And like, I could be a lot further in life.
Dog, I know.
I could be a lot further in life.
I know the feel. I remember I did the rough math, okay? Because I'm a reformed League of Legends addict.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just went back and I'm like, dog, if I played this many games, and back then each game is like typically like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
I have over 2,000 games. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. It's when I think about some of my favorite game franchises, not even just playing them once, like playing them over and over and over, on top of the games that I've just played once, but like, bro, it's just too much. But as it gets colder, that's usually when like I'm like, yo, you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody leaves the comedy shows a little quicker, Nobody really wants to be loafing around. There's nowhere to hang out outside the club afterwards. You got to go inside somewhere, and then,
What have you been playing?
Old shit. I just beat Grim Fandango, which is a game nobody's heard of. The way you look at me is just complete fucking baffled. No, like I'm 34, nigga. What do you want? I know that video game came out in 1999 on the PC by LucasArts. This is we're getting into some black nerd shit right now. Grim Fandango is an adventure game, which doesn't even exist as a genre anymore. Back in the PC days, like before first-person shooters and all that stuff, a lot of the games were like point and click.
Okay.
So this is the last game in that genre.
Got it.
And the whole story, I've talked about it on the podcast before, but pretty much the story, it takes place in the land of the dead on the Day of the Dead. And you play the character Manny Calavera, who's a sales agent, a death salesman. So he walks around as death. He's got the cloak and fucking scythe and all that shit. And the whole thing is that when people die, they go to the Department of Death. And depending on if they were buried with a bunch of money or how good they were in life or how bad they were in life, they qualify for a certain travel package.
Okay.
They're like travel salesmen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you know about the Day of the Dead and like all the Mexican lore. Not even just Mexican lore, but like the afterlife. In Mexican lore specifically, they talk about how there's the 8 worlds, and then the 9th world is the land of rest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's the land of eternal fucking whatever, the land of this, the land of that. Okay. So there's 8 subworlds when you die.
Yeah.
And then the 9th world is the eternal land of rest. And so if you're really good in life in this video game, you get an express train ticket,
Oh,
which
sick.
takes you 8 minutes or whatever, 4 minutes or whatever to get to
Okay.
the land of the rest.
Yeah.
If you were bad in life or you don't have any money or whatever, it takes like 4 years to travel.
Interesting.
And there's lots of different locations and all that shit. Turns out there's a whole fucking corruption. It's actually like playing it now with all this fucking brother panic mindset and all that shit. Yo, and it is based off Mexican death folklore
Yeah.
and all that shit, like Land of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all
Yep.
that stuff, like Book of the Dead stuff.
Yep.
I'm
That's
like,
Egyptian.
yeah.
Okay.
So they sprinkle all that like
Sick.
mysticism in there, and
Yeah.
that I didn't pick up on as a kid.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my god, they're just talking about like, yo, they're spilling beans. Nigga. Oh my god, they're spilling beans. But the game is amazing. The story is amazing. The art style is amazing. Literally one of the most inspirational video games in my life. Top 10 video games for me.
Sick.
Maybe top 5, bro. And it's only like it's on everything.
Okay.
It's on computers. It's on PlayStation, Xbox. It's even on Nintendo Switch. And it's only like $20, $15. It's like and you could beat it in a day. You know?
Classic video game.
Classic video game. Like classic video game.
Yeah.
And that's Black Zeus's video game recommendation. Grim Fandango. Yeah, I guess let's do a comedy recap. Let's get into the comedy recap. Talk about some of the shit that I've been doing in this comedy game. If you are new to the podcast, again, hello. Welcome back to the beautiful people. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is come back next week. And once again, thank you to all the new subscribers, to all the comments that people have been leaving on the videos and shit. We really appreciate it. We're not begging for it, but we do appreciate it. So we acknowledge you and we thank you. But this whole podcast is a companion piece. It's a side piece. It's my side bitch to my comedy career. You have never heard of me, but I have been doing stand-up comedy for 13 years, my nigga. Holy fuck, this shit's hard. And when you do it in Canada, it's comedy on like fucking extra hard mode, bro.
You know, how, like Piccolo wears like the 50
I'm not gonna get Dragon Ball Z references. I'm not.
No,
gonna
but he wears weighted clothing. Like it's extremely heavy. That's what it's like doing stand up.
his clothes is weighted.
Yeah, it's like 100-pound like shit.
This makes him stronger. I'm guessing to some fucking Japanime.
You know, like Rock Lee
from
Naruto.
No.
Oh my,
bro! If I'm not gonna get Dragon Ball Z, what the fuck makes you think I'm gonna get Naruto?
The scene where he takes the leg weights off. You never seen that?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my!
As nerdy as I am, I played video games left and right, bro. As nerdy as I am, I play with Legos. I watch wrestling, all that shit.
Okay. Regardless,
I grew up thinking anime was fucking cornball, and even. All my niggas watch, bro. Everybody, even, like all the black kids, all the white kids, all the Spanish kids, Asian kids, everybody watched Dragon Ball Z growing up.
Yeah.
The thing that kept me from watching that show was the intro music.
Yeah.
I fucking, to this day, that shit makes me cringe. Like, Dragon Ball Z. Bruh, I wanted to punch my fucking TV like when I heard that shit. Still, like I can literally, that gave me a mental image of being a kid and being like, I was like, nah, over 9,000. I watched it enough to keep up with the conversations with my homies, but like not enough to actually know like what was going on.
Either way.
You're like, nigga, please.
That's what I'm assuming doing comedy in Canada is like. You just have like weighted clothing on to just make everything that you do
is way
a little bit harder.
But
it makes you stronger.
Thank you. Thank you. That is right. All right. And now I really do, now I feel dumb because I see that was the whole point you were trying to but yeah, the biggest, not all the biggest, actually, if anything, like the biggest black and like ethnic comedians probably come out of the States. But some of the absolute biggest names in comedy have come out of Canada, and there's a reason for that. And there's a reason why when we end up going to the States as Canadian comedians, we're a lot stronger than like the newer crop, as like the same crop. You know what I mean? But it's like it's tougher. It's so much tougher, bro. Like if you're an American comedian, bless your heart, bro. You have actual audience. Like you have people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we've duct taped together an industry up in this bitch. And the little bit of industry that we do have, like the Just for Laughs and all that stuff, nobody in the rest of the world even respects that shit anyways. So the Canadian comics are up here chasing a dream that they think matters. And then once you graduate from elementary school, it's like you get onto the real world and then you realize it's like, hey, you actually need a university diploma, and that's not that. That's not that. But comedy recap. Last week we recorded on Sunday or Saturday? Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I know I had a show that night. This has happened 3 weeks in a row. Doesn't even matter. Fuck that shit. Monday, I was long overdue return. This venue hasn't had comedy in years, probably since I started 13 years ago. In Toronto, it is a legendary venue for music, especially. It is called the Drake. No, not that guy. It's called the Drake Hotel. Is the location, but the specific venue is the Drake Underground. And in the basement of the Drake, they have a big performance space, and probably looking at bringing more comedy back there. But in collaboration with a homie. Shout outs PNK Entertainment. Shout outs my guy Che, Off the Saint, Renzo, and all the comics. The venue. Shout outs Kay. Love Kayla. It was great seeing her again. Slap Yo Mama Comedy on a Monday, bro. This bitch literally slapped. Like, it slapped, bro. It was packed. I'm pretty sure it was sold out. And like, that's why I love Toronto. That's why I love a big city for something like that. You could pull off a really successful comedy show on a Monday. And tons of giveaways, just like everybody brought it, bro. Like all the comics, Keisha Brownie, Keith Pedro, Marlon Palmer, who I think did his first headline set. And he did fucking amazing, bro. Wow. It was great. It was great to see, nice. Bro. I've been watching Marlon like come up in the scene, and it like from day. I think the first time we did a show together, after I saw his set, I'm like, you're gonna be one to watch.
Nice.
And like, look at him fucking striving. Like, what an amazing fucking show. Slap Your Mama Comedy. Make sure you look out for that. Anytime they're putting on events anywhere near you, they're bangers. So, and you know, like it's my bro. Like it's one of my right hand men that produces that show. So like working on some shit where it's almost like if you watch Def Comedy Jam, Martin Lawrence was the host of Def Comedy Jam.
Okay.
Almost like working me in a position like that with these events.
Sick.
So I will likely be like hosting or being involved in some capacity with all these events.
Nice. So
like, and especially it being family, like you bring your A game, and damn, bro, like when it just combines like that, like I get to bring the comedy aspect, and like my good friends get to fucking bring everybody I know is so talented, nigga. Like look at you on that side of the fucking camera over there. Like I'm so grateful, bro. I'm so grateful. Yo, if like you right now watching and listening, you have no idea. You really are in on the ground floor of some shit. Like right now, 260 subscribers, which is a great feat, bro. Because we started at like 26 literally at the beginning of this year. And then at some point I'm like, I think I actually want to put some effort into this. Yeah. and I'm really happy I did, because like this will be a much better way for me to showcase what it is that I love about comedy and bring the people that are closest to me along for the ride. Like Dante being the producer on this show. There's just so many like friends that I have that are artists, that are producers, that are musicians, that are engineers, that are designers. Like, and then me, 13 years into comedy, again, y'all don't know me. You know what I mean? So that you're all going off of podcast clips and little shorts and reels and all this stuff of my comedy performances. But I promise y'all, this is not ego. This is not blowing smoke. Like, I will get to you eventually, because now I've really gotten to a point that I've always pictured at the beginning of my comedy career of just being so undeniably good on stage that I can show up anywhere and people would want to see me come back. And that I think is more important than fucking making memes, nigga. And not to go back down this rabbit hole, because that was a whole 10 to 13 episode fucking black hole. If you want, it's season 4. It's this season. Just go back like 5-6 episodes. You'll hear me rant. Holy shit. I'm not a meme guy. I'm not trying to bring you fucking Dante sees it. I'm not trying to bring you meaningless content. I'm trying to actually bring people along for the ride and show you what it is to be an artist on the come up, specifically a comedian, because that's where I reside. But I want to showcase all the people that I have around me. Because everybody's talented as fuck. And we're not just blowing smoke, nigga. This is why I say subscribe now, because it's actually for your benefit. We're not actually begging. This is a bargain, my nigga. Right now, you're looking at somebody trying to sell you an iPhone before other people realize it's an iPhone. Nigga, I've been doing comedy for 13 years. If I was bombing, I wouldn't even give this YouTube channel any fucking... That's the type of person I am. If I'm bad, I'm bad. And I'll be honest about that shit. But nigga, I am fucking good. Woo! So tell me where you want to see me perform. Leave a comment or all that shit. Or don't, nigga, because eventually I'll be there. And by the time I get there, I'll be too expensive, nigga. Okay? That sounded crazy. That sounded a little like ego. Okay? That sounded a little like ego. I'm going to reel it back just a little bit. But again, that's the honesty, right? I keep saying this episode sucks, but this is actually one of my favorites all season. Back to the comedy recap. I was also at Showtime Comedy in St. Catharines, which is right near Niagara Falls. And you might have all have heard of Niagara Falls in the news recently because a fucking car blew up right on the bridge. People like Fox News immediately said it was a terrorist attack.
Of course.
Immediately, bro. And then what did it turn out to be? An old white couple going to a Kiss concert, bro.
In a Lamborghini or whatever.
It was
I
think it was a Bentley or some shit. No, it was an expensive car. But it turns out that they were just going really fast. They might have been drunk.
Probably.
They might have been drunk.
He
was going so fast that he hit the guardrail or something, like it was a ramp.
Yeah.
And
is Kiss the one that does they're on a highway to hell or something like that? And they blew up?
That's, I think, AC/DC. Kiss is... And I just found out that these guys are Jewish. I never knew they were Jewish, and that's the whole reason they do the face paint. Because back in the day, to be a rock and roll artist in the Jewish community was considered taboo or whatever. So they painted their face. A Jewish friend, comedian of mine, that was a crazy statement to make. I have a black friend. I swear to God, it's the president. But no, Jeremy Dobsky. Look, I gave his name out. Shout outs to Jeremy. I actually don't even think it was him that told me that. So that might actually have just been racist. I don't even think it was him that told me. I just said the first Jewish guy. I just said the first Jewish guy that came to mind. But salutes to Jeremy, good comedian. But yeah, no, I just found that out. But they were playing in Toronto, and actually, ironically, the concert that they were driving to in Toronto. So they were coming from America, into Canada to go to the concert in Toronto. And the concert was canceled because one of the lead singers or whatever got the flu. And the flu is going around like crazy right now. I just heard on the radio this morning while I was driving, the Pope got the flu. Everybody's getting the flu.
The Pope got the
COVID
flu?
doesn't exist anymore, but everybody's getting the flu. Interesting, indeed. Indeed.
But that's crazy. Eh? They're like driving to a concert, they get into an accident, and the
concert's not even happening.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I don't think they
did they survive? Like what happened?
No, they fucking they got hot dogged.
Okay. Hey, you.
they got burnt, bro. They got burnt too soon. But yeah, no, they got fucked up. The border is open again though.
Okay.
Bro, because obviously everybody immediately like Fox News.
Yeah.
You go to the conspiracy thing. It's like, oh, this is oh shit, bro, it's Hamas.
Yeah.
At the border of Canada. Like
yeah.
Yeah. No, I was at Showtime Comedy, St. Catharines. We're back there tonight, actually, the day of recording this episode. Dante and I are going back out to the club. You weren't with me yesterday. This is an all-white town. All-white town. Actually, there are a lot of young people there in the city because there's a university out there. Yeah. I think University of Waterloo or something like this. Why would I say Waterloo?
St. Catherine.
Brock.
Yeah.
Why would I say Waterloo? That doesn't even make sense. I'm not from Earth. I'm not from this. I'm not from this area. But yeah, it's a bit of a university town, but none of them were there. This is like there were a lot of young people at the show, but it ranged from like 19 to 80, all white people. And so I'm expecting that we'll see the same thing today.
Okay.
So as we document it,
Yeah.
like I'm really excited to capture that against all the stuff we've documented in like Toronto.
Yeah.
Where it's like super multicultural and all that shit. That'll be fun. Showtime comedy. And then, yeah, like I'm hosting, so I haven't done that in a while. It was actually really fun, bro, especially in a town like this where now like I'm so much more refined as a comedian than when I was last there. And I just
Since
I
yesterday?
can I can bring my fully charged like racial shit
Okay.
in a way that is palatable.
Fully charged paddle.
Fully yeah. My pinky's in the air as I say this shit. I can see why that one comment said I sound like an Oreo or whatever. I sound like a white guy every once in a while. My supercharged, racialized, palatable yes. I'm a nigga in Canada. What are you? But I'm also not even Canadian, nigga. I'm African. I'm not even African. I'm an alien. I'm not even an alien. I'm star matter. Hello. Yo, there might be one person that gets that shit. I swear to God. And if there is, leave a comment, boule ass nigga. Why don't you leave a comment? Let me know if anybody out there really like is with it like that. You got your third eye open like that or what?
Talk that sass.
talk that sass. Why would I do that? Oh my God. Thank God this isn't a kids podcast. But yeah, I guess that'll be my comedy recap. Anything in the comedy news this week? Anything happen? Comedy related?
Do you hear about Matt Rife?
I saw that something came up with him, but I'm not entirely. I know there was controversy, and then I saw a tweet, and then I saw him making fun of people that were mad. Oh, like people were trying to cancel him or some shit.
Yeah, so he said this joke. I didn't see the joke actually, but basically it was like a domestic violence joke, and you know.
For those that don't know, Matt Rife is
true.
a rising star comedian. I guess he's a TikTok comedian. Like he got famous from TikTok, and he got famous for being like a good-looking white boy. But you know what? I'm not even hating on that because apparently, like from everything that I've seen from the actual comedy community, because again, I'm a comedian, so that to me matters more than any of this fucking like a lot of people blow up on TikTok.
Yeah.
But are you a meme person or are you a comedian blowing up on TikTok? Because to me, the more interesting thing is the comedian blowing up. So from what I know of Matt Rife's come up is he's like a good looking white boy and women fucking were leaving crazy amounts of comments. Then he started booking tours and then he sold out a fucking like world tour. Literally in like an hour or some shit like this.
Wow.
But from all the clips I've seen of actual comics, this guy has come up in the comedy scene through the years and actually like gone from not being funny to being funny.
Okay, sick.
And I haven't sat down and watched his Netflix special because I'm not really into cute white boy humor. but again, I'm not saying that that's a bad that's a lane.
Yeah.
And if he's a comic, nigga. So I'm not even gonna shit on him for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just to give you backstory on who Matt Rife is.
Yeah, so he did this like domestic violence joke. Let's see if I could pull it up. Where is it? And like, so he got canceled for it.
Comedian Matt Rife. Let me read the headline here.
That's not the one.
Okay. Comedian Matt Rife exposed on Twitter over offensive old tweets. Oh my God. And Complex. Ooh, of course, Complex is fucking putting out an article like that. I'll go up to the top. Let me see the headline. Matt Rife responds to critics of domestic violence joke with apology link to special needs helmets. That's what it was. I saw that link. See, that's a comic move.
Yeah, that is a
like
comic
that
move.
is a is a comic at heart.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you think my domestic violence joke is bad? Well, here's an apology.
Yeah.
You need special needs helmets. Like Like, well, fucking Pretty White Boy or not, bro. Like, that's just funny shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like comedian humor right there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he went in on them.
Wait, okay, sorry. I feel like I took the wind out of the fucking story. Is there anything else? Like, let me see the actual. Comedian Matt Rife is not backing down from controversy sparked by his opening domestic violence joke for his Netflix comedy special. Instead, he seems to be courting new controversy by sending critics to his site for special needs helmets. Does it say what the joke is? It's a domestic violence joke, and it's right now, as of now, it's 2023. So you know that that's going to get some controversy, but guess what? Something's going to happen in 2 days where nobody's going to give a fuck. Let's keep scrolling and see if you can see if it says what the joke is. That's what I want to see. Like, how offensive really is this joke? And coming from a guy that looks like a Ken Barbie doll, I don't think it's that offensive.
Oh, there's this?
This is the joke? Matt Rife's domestic violence joke and apology. Okay, click play. Let's see if we can hear this. No, pause.
Have a server work solely
Hit
in the
pause.
kitchen that customers wouldn't see her black eye. And Rife.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
Fuck
I'm
this
really
shit.
excited
We're
to
not
get
playing
your.
this. Fuck that. Some fucking TMZ garbage. Well, no, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how offensive the joke is. See if you can just Google that real quick. Matt Rife domestic abuse joke. Matt Rife domestic abuse joke. There it is. Faces backlash over domestic violence joke. No, that's just a clip. It'll probably be a short. Go to the shorts. They're right there. Matt Rife, what are your thoughts? All right, let's hear this shit. Okay, wait. You got to restart this. All right. Here we go. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but if she can cook, then she can have that black eye. And then it's a white woman that's covering her mouth because she's offended. All right. I don't know. I don't know.
I've heard worse.
Yo, it's not even, I don't even like hearing that I've heard worse because, nigga, grow the fuck up.
That's what I mean.
Everybody just grow the fuck up. If you're hearing words, regardless of what you feel, words don't actually hurt you physically. They don't cause harm to people. Yes, you might be inciting some shit, but this is nowhere even near inciting violence or anything like that. And anything in the context of comedy, when a person is on a stage with a microphone in their hand and a spotlight on their face, and people have paid or even not paid, if you're in the context of comedy and people know that they're at a comedy show, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, no, this is no sticks and stones, my nigga. The sticks and stones. Like, at what point? I really want to know at what point in history did that just disappear? As a notion, as a belief, as a like.
I'm gonna say 2014, 2015. That's when it fully disappeared.
Do you have like a time? Like, what can you? Why do you say that?
I think that's just when the whole like
You just feel that
leftist meme war started. SJW really started to take off. You know what I mean? Like that was like a real big push in the culture. Like words can actually hurt. You know, around that time.
I mean, all right, yeah. I don't really remember. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Like I don't,
I'm just
I don't have
throwing
I
out
don't
a
have
date.
theory
Like
about
I
this.
know.
2014, 2015. I probably will actually try and think back on this. Not right now because that'll take too long.
Yep.
But that's this week's comedy recap. Every week I do that shit. So if I got shows, which I got a bunch coming up, you obviously have heard that at the beginning of this shit. We'll be talking about a lot of comedy, and maybe we'll do that more often too. Talk about some comedy headlines and what's going on in the world of comedy, as well as what I've been up to. But moving on, we're going to do something that we do here every week on the podcast called Poll Results. Every Monday on my Instagram social media account, I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours, and then on Wednesday, Dante and myself record the podcast and discuss the results. This week's poll question was, When money's tight, what's the first thing you cut back on? And the options were entertainment, food/meals, drinking/drugs, or other. And before we get to the results, how did you vote on this, Dante?
I voted on entertainment. For me,
As an entertainer, this one hurts because it's also entertainment for me.
I don't deserve entertainment if I can't afford it.
I feel like everybody why would you maybe eating out would be also depending on what you spend more on. I don't know. I don't really I buy art or that's pretty much it. I haven't gone to concerts really as much since I started doing comedy actively, which is 13 years. So I don't know. But it is still entertainment.
But also movie theaters, I'm not gonna go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because movie theater is expensive, but
when's the last time you went to the movie theater? For me, I think it was Jackass number 4.
I think I saw Joker in theaters.
Yeah, so that's a
a year, 2 years
that's
ago.
over 2 years for you, and then a year for me, something like that.
I'm trying to think. I don't even remember. It might have been Joker. Oh, it was Nope.
That came out after Joker?
Yes, I think so. Came out last year.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did last summer.
Nope came out in 2022?
I think so. Pretty sure, yeah. Because then I was the cloud from Nope for Halloween.
Last Halloween.
Yes.
What? Can you IMDb this real quick? Nope came out last year.
Yep.
Yo, time dilation is crazy for me right now.
It's speeding up, eh?
What planet am I on?
Not Earth. Yeah, 2022.
What the what end of the year, beginning of the year,
July. This is what I said, right in the summer.
I'm losing my mind. Huh. All right. Well, I didn't doubt you, but I doubted you a little bit. My apologies.
Either way, yeah.
But yeah, okay. So you said entertainment. I said entertainment. I mean, unfortunately, that is the first thing that goes for most people. Because why would you cut back on food, and you would try your hardest, I would imagine, to not cut back on drinking and drugs if that's your thing.
Yeah, that's probably why you have to cut back on food.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a whole.
What would you categorize as other though? What goes into other?
Huh. You know what's funny is I actually thought of other stuff while I was making this list, and that's why I had to create the other thing. But now that you just asked me that, my mind is drawing a blank. It's food, meals, transportation.
Okay.
Do you get rid of your car? Do you take your bike more? Do you take the bus and shit like that?
Yeah.
Damn. Also, other is for anybody specifically who spends money on something that they would know about. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I don't know.
Whatever that stuff
There is other stuff. Damn, nigga, why'd you put me on the spot like that? See, I don't own a house, so I don't know. There's shit like that. Maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance. Oh, car repairs.
Well, that goes under transportation, I would imagine.
Not if you can still drive your car.
All right. Now we're getting into now we're doing technicalities. But you know what's funny is because I obviously know the results.
Okay.
Do you remember the results?
I didn't look at them.
Okay. So we both said entertainment. And let's see what the people voted on. 46% said entertainment, 7% said food/meals, 29% said drinks/drugs, 18% said other.
I wonder what that other is.
That's what I'm saying. There's obviously there's other shit.
Maybe collectibles, if that doesn't count as entertainment.
I would think that would be entertainment though. Video games and shit like that.
No, I mean if you collect pop figures or something that, you can't fit that into the budget anymore.
I would put that under entertainment budget, or just loser budget. That's hilarious. Those things are ridiculously popular. The pop figures and all that shit.
Yeah.
And they go for $25 minimum. And then they do rare ones.
Yeah. So some of them, like retail, they're like 15 to
Bro,
20,
there's
depending
like-
on where you go.
I have
And then you can
friends
get
who
rare-
like are into this shit.
Yeah, me too.
Is the friend you?
Maybe. It's been a while, okay? I haven't purchased.
What's
any
the
new
most you spent on one of these? Be honest.
ones. The most I've spent?
100? Over 100?
No.
50?
50, yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Because here's why I remember it.
it.
Because I could have got it for retail before I started.
I could have got it for retail. Oh my god, here we go.
Yeah.
What is it?
Super Saiyan God Goku. So like I saw it at an HMV when it was still here. Do you remember that store?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, these will always be here. I'll get it another time. And then because it was a rare one, they took it out of rotation. So that I had to like go to like a collector like online and like go to his shop, and then he's like, yeah, come into the back of my business. And then he had like a whole like rack
I
of
went to the
them.
back of the shop.
Yeah. And he
That's-
just had like a whole bunch of them. So I got it for $50, which is still like a pretty good deal. I got some rare ones.
I don't understand those. They're just plastic figures.
Yeah, but it's plastic figures that other people want. That's
Did
where
you
the
take-
value
Did
comes
you take it? Did you take it out of the packaging?
No. The only one I took out was the first one I got because it was a Deadpool one.
I say that, and then on the set, here's the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, you even got that one over there.
This was a gift though from Lou and B of 27 Collective,
Okay.
and it fits the.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
you're
the
a
hat.
Raptor, yeah.
I'm wearing. I might as well be the mascot. Go sports team. Yeah, 46% said entertainment though. Like I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that fucking goes. Like
Yeah.
money's tight. I need to eat. I need to do drugs. I need other. Whatever that is.
Whatever it is.
Whatever other is. But other is not that far away from drinking and drugs. I like that. Like it's just so that's such human nature that we give up the entertainment first before the booze or the drugs. Like we need those vices.
So yeah, I
Times
mean,
are tough.
times are tough.
Times are tough.
I mean, sometimes the drinking of drugs allow you to get back your money sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
And also, sometimes they give you that entertainment.
that's what I was thinking too.
A lot of the times
Yeah.
they give you that entertainment, especially weed.
Yeah.
You can smoke a joint and all of a sudden you like have a fucking toothpick and it's like a little action figure. and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That sounded so bad. What an awful day. That would be bad. That would be torture.
Remember, LCBO and all those stuff were essential businesses.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
The
But all
dispensaries and the
entertainment
liquor
venues
stores.
were closed down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you couldn't go to the movie theater. You can
That's
get
what I mean.
drunk though,
Yeah. You can go to the bar where you could buy alcohol.
but you could buy alcohol. And isn't it convenient that in Ontario the only people selling alcohol are the government,
I heard they're
or
gonna
it's like
start
third party?
Well, you can buy them at Walmart now and stuff.
The beer store lost its exclusivity,
Yes.
so you'll be able to go to the corner store and buy beer now, a case of beer
gas station.
specifically. Yeah, gas station, right on, bro.
That's how it is in America.
Grab a couple of brews, hit the road, but not liquor, only beer.
That's lame.
So they're talking about doing it with the liquor store too.
The liquor store is different. I didn't even take
Yeah,
that in.
LCBO and beer store are different.
I don't drink at all.
And LCBO is government.
Yes. Yeah. The
Beer
liquor
store is third party, but
Mhm.
licensed exclusively to them by the government.
Mm.
Now they're getting rid of that exclusivity so that
Mhm.
everybody can sell beer, but not liquor yet.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see just how bad times are for everybody money wise. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But but the things that I'm seeing promoted the most are gambling, liquor,
Yeah.
weed is legal.
Yeah.
Go to dispensaries. There's a dispensary on every corner.
Mm-hmm.
But the fucking gambling one is the one that pisses me off the most, bro. Like the government, the government of Canada stayed away from online casinos and all that shit my entire life, bro.
Yep.
And as soon as the pandemic hit, Ontario just opened the floodgates and there's 80,000 online casinos, bro, and everybody's fucking losing their hat.
Mm-hmm.
And now DraftKings and all that, like all the sports betting books are here,
Yep.
and it's like, even just today, bro. When I was again, I mentioned a radio ad that I heard. It was during the same drive. Today, I heard a radio ad for one of the casinos. It was actually like it's owned by the same company, so they were promoting both casinos. They're like, all holiday long, it's bonus giveaways. Come between the hours of fucking noon and 5 for even better giveaway chances.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you out there during fucking
Yeah.
good hours.
I remember one time they were doing like a turkey giveaway at the casino.
Just bring your kids while you lose your house.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good, but I think it's a crystal clear sign of, like, this is a pattern that has happened throughout history. Not necessarily with gambling, but with shit like this, with drugs, with booze. Usually when times are the toughest is when, powers that be lax up on, hey, like, look at everywhere they're legalizing drugs and all that shit. I think Seattle now is having another crisis, like a whole crisis in Seattle, because they've not decriminalized, but they've legalized, or actually decriminalized all drugs.
Yeah,
Not just
Vancouver
weed.
as well, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
and like everybody's just fucking. What they do there is they corral all the junkies into certain areas, and the whole thinking is that they keep them out of the nicer areas. You know what I mean? But it just creates fucking more poverty and more drug usage, which spreads ultimately. And North America is going through an opioid crisis. What a shock! I don't know. The weed thing is one thing, decriminalize and all that shit, but like, if you're not gonna actually care, then I don't think just saying we're decriminalizing all drugs, because it seems to statistically, I'm like, no, statistically your city's gonna burn to the ground, and you'll be stepping on heroin needles pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We're at 50 minutes though. I don't know. I think we. That's an episode. That's an episode. Well, that is this week's poll results. If you do want to get in on that, every Monday, once again, on my Instagram, that's AKA Black Zeus, I post the interactive poll question. Once we get to 500 subscribers, though, I will be moving the poll question for sure, and probably more interactive shit over to the YouTube channel. So again, we're not begging, but definitely hit the subscribe if you like what you've been watching and listening. Leave a comment, hit the like button, because that shit helps the algorithm. And that's pretty much the person that we're fighting, Mr. Algorithm. We like to be authentic as fuck. So again, not begging, but it helps. So we got talent and patience over here. And I think that's a good place to wrap this up. What a great episode. Dante, where can the people find you online?
You can find me online at person1prod, PERSON, the number 1, PROD.
Dope.
Follow your boy.
Dope. And I am AKA Black Zeus. It scrolls at the bottom of the screen every couple minutes. Other than that, thank you for joining us this week. Thank you to all the beautiful people that have been a part of this journey so far. And once again, if you want to be a beautiful person of this channel, all you have to do is come back next week. That's it. Other than that, thank you to all the new subscribers, to all the new commenters, to all the new likers, to all that new. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. We're not begging. We just, yeah. This has been Black Zeus, the podcast, season 4, episode 42. I am your boy, Black Zeus. Till next week. Peace.